3, 2, 1, action.
Action.
Guten Abend,
Guten Abend.
mein Herr. How's it going? Nice to see you again.
Devendra?
Congratulations on the 13th year of the Bluebird Festival. It's been going on for a long time. That's his festival, but whatever. Well,
Yeah. And you will
I
appear?
actually, congratulations.
One day you will
and-
appear there.
Yeah, what do I have to do? Who do I have to blow in this town to get invited to your festival?
Okay, next time.
Okay.
We make it.
He couldn't find the door, and so he burst.
Also für mich, ich bin da eigentlich auch sehr anfällig dafür und das manifestiert sich bei mir dann so, dass ich halt oft wirklich Tage, Wochen lang einen Song intus habe und das ist im Endeffekt für mich wirklich die Grundstruktur, die arbeitet und auch in gewisser Weise dann...
quasi das Drehbuch des Films.
Genau.
Perfectly still for the waves to wash away. Now she's so dressed up in black, broken heart and also sad, calling out for an angel to ride.
Teilweise sind die Texte mit 16 oder 17 geschrieben oder so. Das waren sehr infantile Texte über irgendwelche Liebesgeschichten, wo ein paar zusammengewürfelte Bilder irgendwie entstanden sind und so. Und dann jetzt so bei neuerem Material irgendwie probiere ich so wie in der Malerei irgendwie ein bisschen abstraktere Bilder und größere Bilder irgendwie zu malen.
I can feel you in the shadows. Wires cast on to the wall.
Also wir sind alle große Fans von wahrscheinlich gerade österreichischer Lyrik und auch Songs irgendwie, aber für unsere Sprache ist Englisch irgendwie immer die direktere Sache gewesen und das hat sich so entwickelt.
There's a girl outside with the window down, in a car behind sunglasses, with a pen in hand. She's been writing about the moment as it passes. There's a boy inside by the windowsill, but the curtain keeps him hid. And he's been saying sorry for so long now, they've forgotten what he did.
It's gorgeous and it's eclectic. I knew about the reputation of the festival and they do really support Irish musicians. There's been some good musicians here over the years. So yeah, it's incredible. I can't wait for it to kick off.
It's a fine time for feeding the ends of the globe, filling the empties and singing the numbers.
I loved learning or trying to learn the language, and I started obsessing over Wittgenstein, philosophical investigations. Very nice way to learn how to say der Apfel ist rot when you're talking about the Bedeutung, rather than some children's book, the apple is red. There's a Viennese dude going like, what do we mean when we say the apple is red? It's a nice way to learn a language.
Never in a month of sunshine and rain do colors appear when I don't hear your name. Well, sure, rainbows beam, but they don't seem the same. I'll wander your street again.
I started a song in Paris a couple of days ago and it wasn't finished and I had it in my mind on the plane, so I wrote some more verses on a sick bag. This blah. So I write, it depends on where I am, but if you write all the time, sometimes they become songs,
Eder and his band, ladies and gentlemen.
Kannst du irgendwie ausdrücken, warum das auch ein Wunsch von dir war, bei so einem Festival mitzumachen, gerade beim Bluebird?
Weil ich erstens Porgy Best sehr gerne mag und weil ich das Festival irgendwie diese Mischung aus internationalen und nationalen Acts sehr schön finde. Und vor allem war ich auch in der Geburtsstunde von der VSA mit dabei bei dem Nick Drake Tribute und das war ein wahnsinnig schöner Abend und deswegen genau, habe ich gedacht. Und ich mag auch die Leute sehr, sehr gerne von der VSA.
You are my queen, I am your knight. Take off your clothes, turn off the light. I sing for you a sweet lullaby.
Ich mag die Trompete gerade immer lieber, weil weiß nicht, weil das halt sehr spontan, also nicht spontan, aber viele Leute sehr spontan ist, wenn ich während einem Song auf der Bühne plötzlich die Trompete hochreiße und irgendwas spürt, ein Trompetensolo spüre und das ist auch immer so, sobald ich Trompeten oben habe, haben alle die Kamera oben, wollen Fotos machen, weil der Sänger Trompete spielt. Das Ritual ist, das Melodie-Schreibritual ist eigentlich immer sehr spontan, weil einfach irgendwie irgendwas entsteht, also auf irgendein Instrument. Und bei den Texten ist es, manchmal geht es total schnell. Vieles fällt mir ein, während ich zum Beispiel gehe, weil das Gehen ist einfach so eine monotone Bewegung, wo mir ganz viele Sachen einfallen.
I'm the show, not the audience. But it was much more lo-fi in the early days because I didn't know what I was doing, so now it's more hi-fi, but I still don't know what I'm doing, so. I don't like to listen to people's opinions about my thing. I don't take compliments well either. So I think you shouldn't ever listen to anybody say, you never listen to what anybody says about your art, ever. Try to do this. I have my friends, I have people that I trust. I hate that since it's my name, everybody just thinks Pink. It's all, oh, Pink, Mr. Pink, everything Pink. I don't like pink, I like blue. I don't listen to music so much. I read about politics and boring stuff. I'm not so much a kid anymore. oh, I want the people to enjoy it, but do I care about them so much? No, I will play for anybody. I will play for Kim Jong-il if he wants me to. It makes no difference to me. We will play anywhere in the world.
In Ireland, a lot of people like play gigs at pubs and nobody listens. They can play for 2 hours and nobody listens. So it's really nice to have people glued into what you're doing.
And the artwork is mine.
Yeah, is that okay?
So tell me again.
So
about
tell me.
I will not bring it on TV. It's just for me.
So you were just comparing yourself to John Cage? No, I was saying that your art is really, really beautiful and it reminds me of some of actually John Cage's visual work. So there you go. He paid me to say that.
Took himself down to the edge of town, to the edge of this domain. Tied himself up to the fence to wait. And there he said, hear me when I call. You've been waiting for your moment, been waiting for my fall.
I'm born in Puerto Rico. I could easily be playing son montunos and Puerto Rican music, and because I love that as well, and I'm pretty amazed that we are where we are.
I'll kiss you out and swallow you whole and hold in my claim like an old 49er. Wayward and skinny, from dust in the moon, from that only one coming down.
I started with something completely different. When I was in my teen years, I started with punk rock and then moved to some hip hop and ended up making an electronic record with Bernhard from Technotronic. I don't know what's been happening and how I really ended up playing the music that you heard tonight. All I do know is that I keep following this sort of attraction.
If I had a mirror, I would point my mirrors to ships and I just like a bird. Cause when that wind began to crawl, I stumbled through the pages in the book. How did I end up sailing urchins to the sea? Is that me, or is it just me?
It's not because you're the organizer and I'm trying to how do you say, to make you feel good, although I want to do that too. I really want to tell you the truth. First of all, the day was an amazing day being in the city. We didn't have a lot of time, so you guys made us feel at home. But the most important part was that when we came out, you feel that people are listening to what you're doing and also paying attention and very connected. And it's not really the case everywhere we go. So it feels that we get this sort of filter of, because it's this kind of festival, that there will be a kind of, I don't know, energy in the room.
We grow, but never do we change. We mold, we fold, we always rearrange a dream when it is not a success. It's gotta be this one, I know it is, I know it is. It's this one, I know it is, I know it is. It's this one. It's you. And some people leave that sound to the young little boy who lost all his toys. At least you're no leaf for now. At least you're no leaf for now. It's time to tell them what we know. You said you'd stay if I would go, so I'll go, so I'll go. And I said I'd never let you down, and you said you won't fuck me around. But we know, but we know.
I was never interested in directly commenting on anything, but I like a lot the idea that God is in the details. That's an expression, an English expression. I'm sure they have other things in other countries, but I like the idea that the mundane, the everyday, is magical. I don't like fantasy songwriting. I like songwriting that where you try to find what's magical about normal, everyday life. Dreams and memory and everyday things.
I came to you, I came to depend on you. I came upon you, I came upon your floor.
Protest songs are usually boring because you hear them and you understand them and everyone goes, yeah! And it's just feeding a sort of a mob mentality, even if you're on the same side.
I keep remembering the little apple in your hand. I keep remembering the sand, the sand. My body is a broken TV, endlessly playing a flickering picture of the boy I used to be.
I think life's much more rich than sometimes people make out that it is. The kind of songs I always hated is the kind where they say, I will move every mountain, I will swim every sea, I will, I hate that kind of, I hate cliched songwriting, like that's what I hated. So politics was never really entered into the band the way we think about it, I have to say.
Everybody in the station turn to look. Everybody in the station turn to look. Everybody in the station turn to look. And then there was you reading your little black book. Thank you very much. That's how you get to number 97 in the charts, ladies and gentlemen. It's as easy as that.
Spin, 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 till the dance does end. Somewhere further on, the band is played by the song, we'll waltz again.
Oh, the hat. The hat Mostly the hat is because of the stage lights. The stage lights are infuriating. When I was younger, I had a lot of hair, and I would hide under the hair to think. So now, to keep the lights off so I can think, I duck down and I can think properly.
When I lay my head down every night, you come around in my dream. It seems lost love is found. Love is found.
In order to exist in the world we live in, I chose a path to remove myself from the confusion of the world we live in. And that was in songwriting and making music and taking care of myself without relying on anyone else in my own way. And it was to make this sound, or a sound, and stay in this shadow. That was fine to get through this life.
Story's been told 1,000 times, but it never gets old. You don't miss your water till the well runs dry. You don't miss your spark till the fire dies.
I came from the punk era in the late 70s, that it was more important to have the attitude, the right attitude, than the right ability. So you want to be with people you can hang out with because they have a similar attitude, or they can hang with you. And from that point, you get impressed with their ability. But the attitude comes first.
Society, tractor truck, heart full of blood. You're all out of love. Deadman curve, no partiality that takes you from me. You call out, you call out, you call out. You tumble in terror. You are all reflected in this knife. You are all taking part now in the ritual of the cake slice.
Slap the cake!
Watch your thumb.
Anyone? Cake? Mine? Mine is first! Thank you.
For Klaus, who brought us here and put on this festival, the Bluebird Festival, year after year.
Watch the sun go down today. Gonna burn what's standing in my goddamn way. You wanna live in this cold and shiny world. Close your eyes and tell me what you really hurt. Am I too young to tell you anything? But I'm so much older than I seem. There's no time to dream over a smile. I just wanna stay here for a little while.
Meine Eltern sind beide sehr musikalisch. Also von meinem Papa habe ich die Stimme und von meiner Mama generell das Musikalische.
And darling, darling, no, you're turning around and it's deep. I said, darling, darling, do you still believe?
Also manchmal kommen die Songtexte irgendwann und dann tippe ich es halt schnell im Handy ein. Aber manchmal denke ich mir, ich sitze mir jetzt hier und schaue, kommt was raus oder kommt nicht was raus. Und ja, dann ist meistens, dass ich halt was aufschreibe und dann später irgendwie nochmal drüber lese und schaue, okay, kann man das verwenden oder kann man es nicht verwenden.
And it's cold out here. Are we home?
irgendwann natürlich mal von der Musik leben können, das wäre natürlich das oberste Ziel überhaupt.
Servus!
You can call me Yaeli.
Yaeli.
Or Shoshana.
Yeah. Yeah, is this a second name? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. My name is Klaus. You can call me Klausi.
Klausi. Wow, that's best. That's the best. Hey, Klausi.
3 whole weeks that I'm back again, and I'm feeling like a hungry mad dog. As the doors of the wild world are closing on me, I'm standing outside in the cold.
Wow.
This venue is like a dream. It's really
Amazing.
nostalgic, and I think it suits our music, right?
Yeah, actually it does. Actually it does.
Yeah, I really like it.
At the minute you just enter, you know, all the red chairs
Yeah,
and the lights.
I can really imagine this place like, I don't know, 50 years ago or...
We just talked about it before with the ladies with the
Yeah,
long, I don't know how you call it, the long
cigars,
cigarettes.
you know.
And yeah.
But you know, it was 50 years ago a porn cinema.
I know, I heard.
I heard about it.
I like it.
I wonder how was it back then.
Many dudes.
Sunday morning I wake up, you're beside me, breathing so loud. The wall is empty and so flat, the world around me is too large.
We don't have only camels in Israel. We have like coffee houses and
Yeah,
restaurants.
you should come to Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is a really cool city, and the music scene there is really
Music
wide
scene.
and
there is
nice.
great food and great
Yeah.
people, and you have the sea and the beach and
And the girls.
and the girls and the boys and everyone are beautiful
And the
nice.
sun. It's really cold here.
Baby, I'm choking, my rhythm is smoking, I'm floating around. Shaking in the frozen earth that I've chosen, surfing the clouds. For I remember the joy I have had as a child. Various colors I'm hiding inside.
Every time I'm getting excited, I think.
Every time before a show, the stomach is doing
Yeah.
blah blah blah, and yeah.
I wonder if it will
End.
sometime. I'm not sure.
I hope not.
I hope not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I was feeling tired from the silence and the daily trends. Wanted to feel inspired from the voices I heard in my head. I was whistling to myself, little mellow and dark melody, and I wish to be
Klausi.
Klausi.
I didn't say it good.
Klausi.
Klausi.
Yaeli.
Oh,
And Gili.
Gil.
Gil. Oh my Gil. He's a tough man. You can call him
No,
by his
why?
nickname.
about the Saturday nights we both sing along and all playing all this stupid game.
One more song about moving along the highway. Can't say much about anything that's new.
it's absolutely perfect because my music hasn't really been slotted as any specific genre. I'm clearly a songwriter and I clearly sing, but it's funny because I often get put in jazz clubs or in jazz festivals where they're not quite sure what my genre is, but they say, oh, okay, we like that you experiment a little bit, so we think we'll take a chance on you. So this kind of combines a lot of those aspects, and I think it's really awesome. The lineup is really cool and eclectic, and it's very open-minded, I feel.
Shut up and hold me and tell me it's okay. Hold me and tell me I'm crazy. Hold me, the world is on my shoulders. I can't hold much longer. I need someone stronger like
I like to make music that's more active and it's asking more from the listener than just to, bop their head. And for me, performing the songs that are more intimate are always way more pleasurable.
Thank you so much for having us here. This is my first time in Vienna, and it's a very, very warm welcome.
True love feeds on absences, like pleasure feeds on pain. So no matter where I'm standing, I still love you all the same.
I think music influences individuals. I think maybe when I was 15 I thought I could change the world with my songs, but I don't think that anymore. But I think I think music for me, it changed me completely. It affected me. It was my religion. It was my, I followed it every day, and the only difference was it was a very open-minded religion, and it was very kind of it was something that made me feel better about myself. And I think when I'm writing songs, I'm sort of writing to my younger self most of the time.
It took a little time to be honest. Took a little time to be me. I took a little lover, but then we parted. Took a little time to get over this.
I've never felt particularly, nationalistic and tied to my country. I've always felt I've developed this myself or whatever. But I think I take a lot for granted, Like I grew up as an indie kid listening to rock and roll music, and I wasn't in the pubs playing Irish folk music. That wasn't my past, my history. But it's only in the last sort of few years that I've really started to understand how important that is, and learned, learned some old folk songs and learned the kind of inherent sadness within our culture, I guess.
Courage, it's a feeling like no other, let me tell you, yeah. Courage in harmony with something other than your ego.
I see music as a sort of a form of therapy, and I wish I didn't, because I think that's almost cheapening it,
I think sometimes when you make music, you have an incredibly shared experience in a crowd, in a group of people, even if the original song is really personal, you know, and comes from a very inward place. I find the more personal, the deeper I go, the more universal the experience I have when I sing my songs to people in a room, which is a really strange conundrum.
So back in May, the country that I'm from, Ireland, voted yes to same-sex marriage, which is very good news for me because I'm a homosexual male. And, it's finally kind of nice to be considered a human being in the world right now. And this particular song is a song called Hot Scary Summer, which I wrote before that happened, and it was a horrible place to grow up. I fucking hated Ireland. It was shit. But now it's amazing. Thank you for your hard work, but I've had it up to here. 'Cause this shouldn't be hard work, at least not the kind that makes us half a person, half a monster, stuck together in this hot, scary summer. Oh Lord, hot, scary summer.
I grew up in a society which told me I shouldn't talk about myself or be open about my sexuality, you know. So the fact that that was something that I had to endure for all of my formative years and my teenage years means that for me it's an important thing for my psychological health that I go out there and talk about this, and also for younger kids to have, you know, role models and things and people to kind of look up to.
The bus was late and forced us all to congregate. 27 strangers made to stand and wait.
I think it's also a dangerous thing for my art because I've never felt, I've always felt like a very deep tension within my music, and I had a lot of anger within me, and I used that anger in order to create something beautiful, you know. And now I've kind of released that tension, and I don't really know where I'm going to get my next album from.
And we'll be there to right our wrongs in the time it took to write this song, and we'll beat the ghost with our bare hands, and we'll skin the corpse, and we'll love and laugh, and we'll dance all everlasting day, and you'll sing to me everything I meant to say, and we'll drink to the gentle, the meek, and the kind, and the funny little flaws in this earthly design, from the reaper band to the sunder band. I will heed your call from the dust and sand.